What I wanted to cover today was just going over the 5 ways to stay calm and enjoy the ride with investing. If you or when you follow these 5 steps and implement these 5 ways of your investing life, you're going to notice that your returns are going to be a lot better. Your investments are going to grow a lot more over that long period of time, and you're really going to be able to hit those goals. Okay, so the first thing I want to encourage you is to keep your cool. Within the investments, you're going to have ups and downs, and the truth is, when we see those things, we all have the same built-in instincts. You have your built-in fight or flight. So when you're facing a market volatility, your natural response is to look for ways to stop the fall. When you see your investments, somewhere, say you got, a couple $100,000 in this one account, and you see it goes from a couple $100,000 to 160,000, you're going to panic. It's a very normal thing. Oh, how do I stop this? It's going down. I want to stop the bleeding. Let's get the money out of there as soon as possible. I don't want to do this, and I want to move it. And that's normal. I feel like that when I see my accounts. That's normal to feel like that way when that happens. But you see, what you have to remember is, oftentimes, the markets, you're going to have those ups and downs. And the truth is, with so many people doing their investments, and especially DIY, doing it yourself, is you're going to have quick movements in the market. So a lot of times, by the time you see those changes, you see that drop, that lower part of the market is already being priced in. So that means a lot of times, by the time we get it, if you have the 200,000 and it goes down to 160, chances of going from 160 down to 130 or 120 is really low at that point in time, because you're kind of already near the bottom. And the truth is, you're going to have that market. You're going to have that market sell off. People are going to be, liquidating, moving their funds, making those changes. And if you do that kind of near the bottom, you're really cementing your losses, because it's kind of like a lot of times when people want to get back in, is the market's already starting to rebound. It's already starting to come back, and that's when people go back into the market. So kind of from that 160 to where it would have been back to maybe 180, you're entering back in there. But you didn't get that growth from 160 to 180. You're kind of missing that part, and you're coming in later, and you're not getting those big swings. Just like the biggest swings down happen in short periods of time. It's like a couple days, really, a few days, a week, happens really fast. The major decreases, it's also like it on the other side. The major increases with your investments are going to happen over a short period of time. A couple days, a week, is we're going to see the bulk of that growth is going to happen. So unless you know exactly when those dates are happening, it's really hard to take those swings, to take advantage of it and know, like, okay, this is really when I should be in, this is when I should be out, and be able to put that together. So, I would just encourage you, to do that. Step one, keep your cool. If things are down, hey, it's okay. It's going to come back up, as long as your goals haven't changed. If your goal is still the same, if you're saving for that retirement or kids' education or whatever that is, if the goals really haven't changed and the timeline really hasn't changed, your investments really shouldn't make really make many changes. How about one thing to remember as you get closer to your goals? Maybe you are closer to retirement, or you're going to need that money in the next year to purchase that house. You might want to start adjusting your portfolio, making those changes, just to protect yourself a little bit more against that risk. But even on that side of it, before you start putting money into funds and start investing, is you really want to find, number 2 is you really want to find your comfort zone. Because the truth is, you can play cool as much as you want, in the face of adversity, but it definitely becomes a lot easier for you to have a sense of your own sensitivity to market fluctuations. I'm sure you've heard of it, high risk, high reward. But the question is, are you prepared to emotionally stick to those losses? And so I ask clients, and I'd ask yourself, consider the following scenario. What if you had an investment and a third of that investment was gone in a matter of 3 months? Say you had $15,000